My name is Sochi Sanchez.
My name is Patty. What was I gonna say?
That's right.
Yeah,
Go
we're
ahead.
here to get our testimony.
So I'll go ahead and start. It's a long story, so I'll make it short. So pretty much, my dad used to be an alcoholic, and my mom was miserable, and so were we. He used to, say a lot of bad words, mistreat her once in a while. So yeah, pretty much you can imagine what an alcoholic looks like. So in high school, I was going towards my senior year, and my mom decided to divorce my dad because she was just fed up. And I was in Mexico for vacation, and I had no idea that she had left. I came home and I went looking for her in her room, and all her stuff were gone. And I remember that I was really heartbroken. I was like really mad at her for leaving us. And I didn't understand why. So I was just really depressed for a while. My dad was heartbroken, so he decided to go to church. And then there, he had his encounter with Jesus. Having an encounter with Jesus is when you feel his presence, and he completely changes you from the inside out. Like it's like a really hardcore change. Like you become a different person, That was his testimony to me. Like the way that he acted, the way that he stopped drinking, smoking, he stopped saying bad words. And the most amazing thing was that I can see the light. Like I saw his face, and he looked totally different. And ever since, I wanted what he had. I was like, okay, well, I want whatever changed my dad. So that's where my journey started. And the best part about this is that my mom actually saw that my dad was different, and she decided to come back, and they remarried.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they remarried. I don't know if you knew that, but
no, I didn't
they had
know that.
actually gotten into a divorce, and they actually remarried again, and this time they were both following Christ. Yeah.
You think just Christ reunite them?
Yeah, Christ definitely reunited them because that's what he wanted in the beginning. So that's a short version of that. There's a lot more, but no, I'll leave it to Pati.
So I can kind of emphasize with Sochi what she's saying, because my dad was also an alcoholic. He used to drink a lot too. It was hard seeing him go through that phase, and even though he went to the 12-step and all those type of programs like AAs, it didn't really help him. I mean, he knew it was wrong what he was doing, but it really did not help him.
He couldn't do it on his own,
He couldn't
right?
do it on his own.
My dad would do it.
So that's feel like us humans, we want to do it, but we can't do it by ourselves. There's always somebody else which is Jesus, that he'll give you the strength to do it, to go ahead, because we're vulnerable. We make mistakes, and even though we try so hard to become different, at the end we screw up, then we messed up. But if you have Jesus with you in your heart, it's so much easier. He's like that rock, like you're holding on to, like that faith, that hope that you have. Anyways, my dad, the reason the way that Jesus found me, my dad, he started going to church. So that her dad, he would invite me, but I would say no, because I was in the world, I was doing things I'm not supposed to be doing. It happened one day when the tsunami, I don't know if you guys remember when the tsunami hit from Japan. It got flooded, in the news came out. I just remember that day. I was in high school, and the whole thing was they were showing in the TV how flooded it was. And I freaked out. I was like, oh my God. I was like, what if this happens here? And what if I die that day? I mean, you die, something, you never know. So I was worried. I was like, I'm freaking out, because we're nothing here. One day you're here, tomorrow you're not. So we're nothing. If you get hit by a tornado, by anything disaster thing, you're done. I mean, that's it. So I was worried. I was I need to have something, to feel better.
Exactly.
So I was what, I'm gonna go to church.
So you had that fear.
I had
if
that
you die,
fear.
where are you gonna go?
Yeah, I had that fear. I was what is this about? I mean, anything can. I don't know how. It's just. I don't know. It's just instantly. I want to go to church. So I told my dad like, hey, can I go to church? I actually self-invited myself. Because they were they kind of stopped asking me because I kept saying no.
Yeah.
So I said, can I go to church? And then I went to church and I started hearing. I was shy, very shy, and I just started hearing about God, what Jesus did for you, and I was like, what in the world they're talking about? You know, I was like, what? So it's like a whole new world. You're not being introduced by, you know, and I feel special and lucky that Jesus found me out of so many people, you know, like his word got to me. And yeah, ever since I started going, because I knew when my dad started going to church, so he was going and then I started going and I started his change as well. So she said that she saw her dad's change. My dad, he stopped drinking as well. Also, he stopped smoking as well. He never able to do that by himself until he started going to church. But anyways, that helped me to go. So I'm glad that he was able to get help, and then I was able to go to church and understand what Jesus did. It took me a while, so it's not like one day I just accepted God and I knew about him. So it took me months, and I'm gonna be honest, it took me years to realize what he did for me. Sometimes we hear, we're like, okay, yeah. But it took me years to realize, wow, like, he just understanding his word, I was like, whoa, my God. And then if you put the pieces together, it makes sense. Everything makes sense. And then his word says, look for me, you'll find me, you know? And that's what I've been doing. I've been looking, searching for him. And, so yeah, after that's why I accepted Jesus, because something happened in Japan and I was scared and fear. And now if something happens like that, well, whatever.
You know you're safe and you know where you're going.
I know where I'm going.
Yep.
Okay.
Amen.
Ciao,
guys. No, I think that's it.
Bye.
Can't wait for the next one.
Peace.